Hello and welcome. Today we're making bean and cheese enchiladas for those hectic weeknights when time is limited. Let's start off by making an easy enchilada sauce. I've already removed the stems and the seeds from 8 guajillo chilies, and I placed them into some hot water for 10 minutes so that they can get nice and soft. You're going to go ahead and place them into your blender, and you're going to add 4 cups of chicken broth. If you don't have fresh chicken broth, that's okay. This is a quick and easy recipe, and I used 4 cups of hot water and 2.5 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. If you want to add more flavor to your enchilada sauce, you can use 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. And I'm out of tomato sauce, so I'm going to use 2 tomatoes. And since these are really tiny, I'm going to end up using 6. But if you're using Roma tomatoes, you're going to need 2. Or any regular sized tomato, you'll need 2. And now you're going to blend until smooth. And before we continue with our enchilada sauce, I do want to say, if you're not using a high-powered blender, you're going to have to strain your chili, and that takes a little bit of time, but you can still get it done quickly. Place your burner on a medium heat and add 1 tablespoon of oil. Add your enchilada sauce. From the moment your sauce hits a boil, you're going to continue to cook for another 8 to 10 minutes and make sure to come and stir periodically. And while we're cooking our enchilada sauce, we're going to get started by blending our pinto beans. To your blender, you're going to add 4 cups of pinto beans, and it's about 3 cups of the broth, or you can use water. And now you're going to blend on a level 1 speed for about 20 seconds. And boom, done. Place your burner on a medium heat, and you're going to add 3 tablespoons of lard, or you can use 2 tablespoons of oil. Next, you're going to add 1/4 of an onion, and if you like spice, you can use a serrano or a jalapeno, and I suggest you use about half. This is just to add a little bit of an extra flavor to your beans. You're going to continue to cook your ingredients for another 2 to 3 minutes until you see your onions have gone translucent. Make sure not to burn this part, because if you do, you're going to have to start all over. Add your beans. And quickly combine all your ingredients. Adjust your salt to taste, and I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of salt. And once you fully combine your ingredients, you're going to continue to cook for another 8 to 10 minutes. You're going to look for a consistency that's very, very dry. We're making refried beans because those are the best ones to use for enchiladas. I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. Just make sure you come back and stir periodically. After about 8 minutes, you're going to notice that your beans start drying out. So it could take you 2 more minutes. It can take you 4. Just hang tight. I'll show you the consistency that you're looking for. Our enchilada sauce has been cooking for a total of 10 minutes, and it's looking pretty good. I went ahead and I turned it off. It took me 12 minutes to get to this point, and when your beans look nice and creamy, and when you go like this with your spoon and you can see it's a little bit drier, it's not so runny, that's exactly where you want your beans to be at this point. Now, if you want to add more flavor and make more traditional refried beans, which is what we're making today, you're going to add 1/4 of a cup of warmed up lard to your beans. And you're going to give that a loving mix. And just keep mixing for another 2 minutes. And there we have it. Beautiful, creamy, refried beans. Go ahead and turn your burner off, and then you want to turn your oven on at 380 degrees so it can be nice and hot to melt the cheese off of these enchiladas. I showed you how to keep your enchiladas from crumbling when you have weak tortillas on our last video. I'll link that recipe in the description area. But what you want to do if you're working with weak tortillas, do not dip it into your sauce because they're going to get soggy. So we're just going to go right into this and fill it with some beans. And I just want to eat these beans by the handful. So you're going to take some beans. If you have super hearty eaters, another thing you can do is add some chorizo to your refried beans, and your kids are going to love you for it. You're going to take your favorite Mexican cheese blend, add a drop of sauce, and roll it up. These enchiladas are from humble beginnings, but let me tell you, they're very, very popular in Mexican households, especially towards the end of the month, because we always have refried beans available, and I tend to freeze my enchilada sauce, so it's super easy to make. This recipe will yield you anywhere from 12 to 14 enchiladas. And now you want to go ahead and pour your sauce right on over. Add some more cheese to the top. And now you're gonna bake anywhere from 15 to 18 minutes. When you see the cheese is nice and melty, go ahead and take it out. You can serve your bean and cheese enchiladas with a little bit of Mexican rice, lettuce, and pico de gallo, and some Mexican sour cream on the side. And that way, when you're eating your enchiladas, you can decide about how much you want per your bite. I'm gonna need somebody very special to say And there you have it, quick and easy bean and cheese enchiladas. And I know that we took our time to make everything fresh today, but I am known to keep my enchilada sauce in the freezer, and we always have refried beans available. So whenever it's time to make this recipe, it's super easy to make. You can't go wrong with beans and cheese, and then with enchilada sauce, absolutely delicious. As always, Cloud and I are wishing you the best. We absolutely adore you. And on that one, we'll see you guys tomorrow.